Dang it! My music turned off again. It keeps doing that. I guess I can take this off. I was gonna try to do another experiment and listen to music on my headphones. Um, Instead of having it play in the car or whatever in the room, since I'm not in a car this time. Uh, but it won't let me, or it would have taken more work to figure out. And I already hit play, and I've got 10 minutes until my vibe camp, my weekly vibe camp like team meeting starts. So I didn't have time to mess with it. Yeah, so that was gonna be one of my experiments for this video. The other experiment is this other filter. It's kind of like pinkish. Can you hear the rain? It's really nice. It's been raining here all day. Yeah, ukulele, awesome. What instruments do you play? I played recorder in 4th grade and then clarinet. I took violin for a year and played bassoon for a little bit and saxophone, tenor. Took bagpipe lessons. Bass clarinet was my primary instrument. My parents bought that for me because I kept switching around. Had a bass guitar for a while, didn't really learn how to play it. I have a theremin that is at my friend's house. Also didn't really learn how to play it. I had kind of like a fraught relationship with music. Not really. I was very, very good at like sight reading. I was good at like classical, like sheet music kind of thing. Got like offered a scholarship. Was an honor band, all that stuff. But jazz band, if I had to improvise, like I don't understand music theory, and I think that has to do with some of my like math troubles. But yeah, jazz band, I took it for a year, and I was just so petrified to try to improvise in front of people that I dropped out of jazz band. But I was still like such good friends with everybody that I still went on all their band trips. I like missed school to go on the jazz band trips. I was the jazz band groupie in high school. But that's how petrified of like making mistakes in public what I was at the time. So this is a whole new Brooke we're seeing here, just like filming YouTube videos of no production value, just chit chatting. School, I did very well in school. Oh, I was gonna ask about your music. Yeah, I asked you what instruments you play. I'm curious if you can like write your own songs because that's something like I would love to be able to do and just I haven't really put effort towards it. But I have a lot of like admiration for people who can do that. It feels very far outside of my skill sets. I should probably have this on. I've got a stand somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. And with this filter on, my makeup looks way brighter than it actually is. This is weird. Anyway, yeah. So school did very well in school. In high school and junior high, my first like boyfriend, we like held hands once for like 5 seconds because friends ran up and like made us. But we would like sit and do extra credit homework assignments together during lunch breaks in junior high. And high school, I didn't really do homework. I would do it the night before. But I remember thinking it was silly that people got so mad at me for procrastinating because, like, I know one project I remember it was like one of those huge projects, and I did it the night before, and I got like 115% on it or something. Like, did very, very well on tests. Um, did not do so well with homework. And I was thinking, like, college, yeah, college isn't going to have you do all this stupid busy work. Like, I don't need it anyway. And that was not the case. Also, the school that I went to, I decided I wanted to be a photojournalist briefly. And the school that I went to cut that out just before I started going there. Or like maybe even the entire journalism department. And since it was UCSC, at least at the time they had a thing where you could just make your own major if you gave a compelling enough like argument for why you chose the classes you did. So I was like, all right, so if I'm gonna go journalism, like what do I need to learn? I am a decent writer, so I'll just learn about the world. And that gave me like basically a blank check to take whatever classes I felt like taking. I don't think I had any more than a handful of classes in any one major. I think linguistics was the farthest track I got on. That was before the journalism decision. But I had I took like some philosophy classes and political science and environmental science and astronomy and decided at one point that I wanted to be a Russian gangster and took Russian lit and language. Um, Languages are a thing. I pick them up very quickly. I've taken Spanish, French, German, and Russian. I can't speak any of them now. I pick things up very quickly, but I do not retain them unless I'm actively practicing. Um, but yeah, I spent most of my time in school not going to school in college. I would hang out with friends, and I've talked about this before on Twitter and like in the Becoming Critter podcast episode I did. I had like a rotating group of friends. That's when I started using cocaine, and I didn't party at all. I rarely partied doing drugs ever. But we would sit and play writing games or share experiences about life, and just for days, just talk, and write. And that was kind of like my education, and I think it was far more beneficial than the stuff I was getting into debt for. The class that was a kicker for me was some junior level class where we had like an $80 textbook. That was just, it was, the professor had put it out. It was terrible quality, but it was like a couple sentences on each page, like very large print. And the class sessions consisted of him. I was a sophomore and I was a junior level class. And the class consisted of him putting each one of those pages up on this screen projector and reading it out loud to us like we were 5. And I was like, fuck this. I can learn this stuff on Wikipedia in 15 minutes for no money. So that was kind of like the kicker. I dropped out. I think that was also about when I went back up to Alaska for the second commercial fishing season that I did. And yeah, I never really looked back. I haven't really, I started taking that machining class that I just dropped out of, but that was like for fun and also for, post-apocalyptic skill prep. Wanted to have some skills, but it was getting too stressful with Vibe Camp and everything. And I forgot what else you asked about. Oh, do you want me to tweet about this? Like you said, you want people to find this, but I think we could be doing this for quite some time before anybody finds it, unless we either tweet about it or start hinting about it a little bit more specifically. Like I saw you tweeted and I retweeted it, but like people might figure out that we've got something going on, but they're not going to know to check YouTube. So we can come up with hints, or I can just tweet about this channel. If you want people to like actually watch these who are not us. Also, so my plan for today is to schedule this. I think I like the scheduling thing. I don't like just filming at, the like long COVID stuff going on, everything and all the work I've been doing. It is not very likely that I'm gonna like be both like awake at 11:11 at night, or like feel like recording at 11:11 during the day. But I can schedule things to upload at 11:11, so that's gonna be my 11:11 connection there. And this one's gonna be a test because it is. Ooh, it's time for my meeting. This one's not gonna be 10 minutes long. I'm so sorry. It is 5:29. And I don't know if my Wi-Fi is going to be good enough to upload this, but I'm going to try. I'm so sorry. I was going to say more and ask you questions and stuff, but I got to go. Oh, no, this is the thing I was going to say. If I'm doing this at night, then it's going to mess it up. We were doing one per day, so each one of us did one every other day. But if I do one at night, that means you're going to be doing 2 days in a row. And are you okay with that? And if not, I will do one the same day. I got to go to my meeting. This is so fun, and I hope you're doing well, and it was cool to see your fidget spinner. Your talisman. I like that.